Well, here we are again. It's all back together. Exhaust is in place, intake is in place. I need to get more bolts for the exhaust because I lost one and one's broken off inside. I didn't do that, it was already there. Didn't use any silicone on the thermostat housing. Didn't use any silicone on this tube that goes into the water pump. And I only used enough silicone on the top, bottom, and both sides of the water pump gasket to hold it in place while I installed the water pump. Not nearly enough to make a complete seal, just enough to be there. And after 2 shakedown runs, I know that my thermostat probably needs to be changed because it's very hot, but otherwise everything seems to be going good. Need to figure out why my vacuum lines to my front differential aren't letting my 4-wheel drive engage, and I also need to figure out why my heater isn't turning on. It's not the resistor. The resistor isn't even getting any power right now, even though the fuse over in the fuse block is good. I swapped my battery out for a bigger one because the one I had in here was kind of low after cranking it over. I did use brake parts cleaner inside the engine in the valve train to knock some stuff loose, but I changed the oil before I started it the first time, and I'm going to run it for maybe 50 to maybe 100 miles, and then I'm going to change the oil again to make sure that I got all the chlorinated brake cleaner out of there. But I didn't notice any buildup of rust after letting it sit for a couple of days, so I wasn't too concerned about it. The idler pulleys definitely need to be changed because you can hear them, they sound like gravel. But everything else seems to be working great. So, yeah, it's amazing what'll happen when you first do a repair right, and second, don't bathe everything in silicone. Also, on a side note, they used a jack handle for a splice. They just cut a section of jack handle, aluminum, and shoved it in there. So I'm going to have to pick up a new upper radiator hose to replace that, which is kind of a pain in the ass to get to. Oh, and I did actually end up breaking off the oil pressure sender way back down in here. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera. Spark plug wires are in the way. Yeah, you can see it. But thankfully there's a little diaphragm on the base of it. It actually exerts physical pressure on a sensor inside this little plastic thing. And that diaphragm seems to be holding for now, so I'm not spewing oil everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to have to replace that. So that's what I've got so far. It's not burning radiator fluid. It's just running really, really hot because the thermostat sucks. I have to get a colder one because I think they put a 180 or 200 or 220 in this thing or something, because when I used my infrared temperature probe, I was getting 220 right there at the temperature sensor, which I did end up replacing. But otherwise everything is working good. I mean, the truck's relatively quiet other than the horrible grinding noise from the idler pulleys. And after I change the oil, I should be good to go for quite some time. Thanks for watching.